If you're looking for a best settings guide, it's likely that you're having trouble finding the sweet spot on the sensitivity slider, or the app is lagging excessively. Don't worry, Clash of Games is here to assist you. We'll go over all of the recommended settings, starting with the best overall settings, control settings, sensitivity, and the best layout you should try, and then wait for some additional recommendations at the end. But before you do anything else, make sure you subscribe and switch on notifications. Since its release, Call of Duty Mobile has generated a lot of buzz throughout the world. The multiplayer and Battle Royale modes of the game are both fantastic. The default controls in COD Mobile are simple to grasp, but this tutorial will help you achieve the same level of success as the game's best players. So, in this video, we'll go through the best Call of Duty Mobile settings. Before we go any further, let's look at the basic and advanced modes of the game. Playing using the basic or advanced mode is the first important setting decision. Your skill level mostly determines the one you pick. If you're new to the game or the genre of mobile shooters, go with the basic control scheme. You only have to worry about moving your player and aiming in basic mode. When your crosshairs passes over an adversary, it fires automatically. It allows you to become more comfortable with the movement and aiming dynamics before moving on to shooting. Once you've mastered the principles of the game, it's advised that you upgrade to advanced mode, especially when you start playing ranked battles and can't waste as much ammo as you can with auto-firing, for example. Let's move on to additional basic Call of Duty Mobile settings. Almost everyone who has seen the COD Mobile settings section has seen the basic and advanced options. However, there are a couple of other possibilities that you may not be aware of. Some are quite important and there are others that aren't. For instance, the previously stated aim assist is not intended for use in most games, but it can make a difference in those where it is enabled. However, it would be best if you considered activating the following settings and shortcuts. Starting with the joystick auto sprint, you can sprint forward when the movement joystick is in the forward position. Don't forget to set the joystick. It would be best if you lock the joystick in a single spot on the screen so that it doesn't appear every time you tap the left side of the screen. Fix the R fire as well. It locks the fire button instead of moving to wherever your thumb taps the screen as with the previous one. We recommend using the version that puts you in ADS mode when you start firing if you use advanced controls. You'll be slower as a result, but you'll be more accurate. You'll also learn when it's best to shoot and when it's best to wait. The gyroscope option should be enabled if you're playing Battle Royale mode. It allows for considerably more combat and will improve your performance in the game. Pros have also recommended a camera FOV of 60 to 65 degrees as it feels natural. When it comes to pros, many of them recommend that you adjust the ADS, aim down sight settings, based on the weapon you choose. Hipfire is recommended for all firearms other than sniper rifles. Hello there, mate! Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your gaming buddy before we go on to our control settings, so that both of you have the optimum settings for COD Mobile. Control settings. The control settings are the next step, and they are the foundation of each gameplay mode. Whether playing Battle Royale or multiplayer, we strongly advise players to select Advanced Mode. In Advanced Mode, players will have more flexibility over when to shoot, as they may prefer to slink behind them or be cloaked rather than shoot. Furthermore, automatic shooting is a waste of ammo. This could mean the difference between winning and losing at the end of a game. Commonly, the shooting met is auto-set to ADS. However, in every scenario, ADS is not always the best option. So, except for sniper rifles, which are set to ADS, all weapons are set to hipfire. Players will be able to see through their attached scope only when they want to. As a result, it's suggested that you don't have to unscope to hipfire on the opponent while you're in a close-range situation. In the case of snipers, which is the only portion featuring ADS shooting, it proves to be extremely handy for players who need to do a rapid scope shot or wish to get a single shot and exit the scope swiftly. Also, after we put it to ADS, we can utilize the aim button to keep scoped in after we shoot a shot. When it comes to Battle Royale mode, the same parameters can be used. Sensitivity settings. Now we'll go on to the following category, which is the sensitivity settings. The rotation speed is the first thing you'll notice on the sensitivity tab. We recommend that players retain it as fixed. In Call of Duty Mobile, this setting will tell you exactly how much to move your finger to cover a specific distance. After the settings have been fixed, try this once in-game. There's another way to check the sensitivity in-game. Swipe your thumb from the center of the screen to the screen's edge. It's nice if the camera rotates around 180 degrees and is immediately behind you. If this isn't the case, consider adjusting standard sensitivity to get as near 180 degrees as possible. If you are playing a multiplayer match in COD Mobile, you should fix the camera sensitivity by setting the standard sensitivity by 60. Then the ADS sensitivity should be in 88. The tactical scope sensitivity should be 129, while the sniper scope sensitivity should be 80. Now for the firing sensitivities for a multiplayer match, the standard sensitivity should be 70. The ADS sensitivity has remained at the same 88. The tactic scope sensitivity should be 120, slightly lower than the camera sensitivity, and the sniper scope sensitivity should be 80. In the game's Battle Royale mode, there is a distinct sensitivity menu. For the sensitivity settings for this mode, first adjust the camera sensitivity by setting the third-person sensitivity to 80. The FPP view turning sensitivity should be at 65. Set the optics to 90, the tactic scope sensitivity at 80, 3x tactical scope to 60, and 4x tactical scope to 50. You should also set the sniper scope sensitivity to 45. For the best results in a battle royale fight, you should also modify the firing sensitivity. Do this by setting the third-person sensitivity to 80 and the FPP view turning sensitivity by 65. It will be best if you set the optics to 90 and the tactical scope sensitivity by 80. When it comes to the 3x tactical scope, it should be at 60, while the 4x tactical scope is set to 50. Then set the sniper scope sensitivity at 45. Players can jump into vehicles in the Battle Royale mode to cover the map more swiftly when it comes to vehicle sensitivity. Even though there are 3 different ways to control the Battle Royale vehicles, Layout C is the most popular. Graphics settings. Every additional frame per second can be fatal. As a result, you must discover a strategy to maximize your FPS. This can be accomplished in a variety of ways, including changing the graphics settings. The graphics quality is the most important setting in the graphics settings. Most players maintain this setting at low to get up to 120 frames per second. However, if you have a capable device, feel free to increase the graphics level until you no longer get 60 to 120 FPS regularly. There are more options such as bloom and depth of field. These 2 options are CPU intensive, so turn them off for a smoother experience. Another thing to remember is the frame rate and the BR mode graphics style. Choose the max option for frame rate to provide the smoothest experience. In terms of BR mode graphics, we recommend the dynamic style. While you can choose this option based on your performance, dynamic makes foes a little easier to detect if they are far away. Layout or HUD settings. If you're not sure where to begin, looking at what pro players highlight in their HUDs can be a good place to start. If you prefer a cleaner HUD and want to make more room on your screen, lower the opacity levels of most elements in the ADS mode by setting the scale to 210% and the opacity to 35%. Because your screen won't be crowded with buttons, you'll be able to notice foes more easily and quickly. That's it for our finest Call of Duty mobile settings. But I know you want more, so here are my top 3 tips. The first is to use Battle Royale's auto loot feature. In every Battle Royale encounter, you should always try to collect everything in the early stages. With the auto loot setting, this becomes much easier. However, there comes a moment where you don't want or need to collect everything you come across, particularly in the later stages. This is the point at which you must consider whether or not the automatic mass collection is worthwhile. If you do determine it is, make sure to adjust your auto loot settings to match your playstyle. Use the 2-thumb layout to your advantage. The 2-thumb arrangement is a popular choice. The majority of professionals utilize it, and it works wonders in both multiplayer and Battle Royale games. Remember, always sprint. The majority of COD mobile players do not utilize headphones. This means that gamers will be unconcerned about the footsteps because they will not hear them. As a result, by turning on the always sprint option, you'll be able to move around quickly. Furthermore, there are virtually no drawbacks to utilizing it. That concludes today's video. We hope these settings and suggestions will help you achieve your next chicken dinner. Remember to subscribe and enable notifications to be notified of new uploads. Clash of Games is here, and we'll see you in our next video.